Are you a YouTuber? Then you need to see this. Imagine typing one idea into Slack and instantly getting your video titles, descriptions, keywords, thumbnail ideas, and even a script, all within minutes. Yes, it's real. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, welcome to Just Tech It Easy, where we simplify tech, AI, and automation to make your life easier. If you're a creator looking to save time and boost your content game, you're in the right place. Before we dive in, please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on more helpful content like this. Your support helps us keep creating awesome tutorials just for you. Let's jump in. Let's talk about the grind of YouTube content creation. You come up with an idea, but then the real work starts. Titles, descriptions, SEO, thumbnails, scripts. It's a lot. For most creators, this takes hours. But here's the thing, you don't have to do it manually anymore. Ready to see how? Let's go. Here's what you'll learn today. How to build a workflow that turns a simple video idea into a fully crafted plan within seconds. Here's what you'll get. 5 attention-grabbing video titles. A polished description packed with SEO magic. Keywords that help your video rank. A complete script ready to record. 3 creative thumbnail ideas that scream, "Click me!" All of this happens automatically. We're using GPT API, one of the smartest AI tools out there, and Zapier, the ultimate app connector. Let's dive in and build this step by step. Here's how we make it happen. First, let's set up GPT API. It's super simple. Create an account if you don't have one already and grab an API key from OpenAI. Use the link in the description below or follow the detailed steps available in the Slack community. Then hop over to Zapier and again, create a new account if you don't already have one. Once you hit the dashboard, click Create and select Zaps. The following screen is where you design your automation. It's fairly easy and you don't need any technical skills. All you need to know is what comes first and what happens next. However, if you are completely new to Zapier, I would recommend watching a quick 5-minute video from our Zapier series covering all the basics. Check out the description for the link to the video. All right, let's continue. On the new Zap page for Trigger, I've selected Slack as I want to be able to send the video idea via Slack. You can, however, also select Google Sheets or whatever other medium through which you want to send your input. So I've selected Slack and New Message to Channel as the trigger event. I move on to the next page by clicking Continue. If you have not configured Slack for Zapier, you may have to do that first before continuing. On the Configure page, select the Slack channel through which you plan to pass the video idea to Zapier. And that's it. Your trigger is ready, just like that. The idea is that, by typing your video idea into Slack, Zapier will pick it up and pass it on to GPT, which does the heavy lifting for you and generate 5 titles, a SEO-optimized description, 15 keywords, 3 thumbnail ideas, and finally a script. On the next screen, click Test Trigger to check if your input from Slack is coming through. And there you have it. Zapier picked up 2 of my last messages I posted on Slack. Before moving on to the GPT part of the workflow, also called the fun part, let's send an acknowledgement as a response back via Slack as a notification that the input has been received and that GPT is processing the request, something to show that things are working. This step is similar to the trigger we set up above, only that we will be sending out a message instead of receiving one. All right, let's now move on to the interesting part. Below the Slack response we just set up, click on the plus sign and select GPT. This is where we set up GPT and prompt it to get the desired results. The action event will be conversation, which means for any input, the GPT will consider it as a normal conversation, generate a response, and push it back as output. Before moving on, you may have to configure your GPT account for Zapier to use. This is easy. Remember the API key we copied when creating the GPT account. Use that here to complete the configuration. On the configure screen, the user message field will take the prompt for GPT. If you are new to GPT or AI in general, a prompt is a set of instructions written in simple English that helps the AI understand what activity to perform and what's expected as an output. The prompt I am using here to generate 5 titles goes like this. Based on the following video idea, generate 5 creative, engaging, and SEO-optimized video titles. Each title should include keywords that are highly relevant to YouTube's search trends and make the video irresistible to viewers. Avoid repetitive phrasing and ensure variety. Video idea. For video idea, select the Slack input as shown. The very next field is the model to select from. GPT Mini is the cheapest available model, or you can also select other options available. And that's it, we have configured the first GPT action that will generate the title ideas based on the Slack input. In the next screen, test once to see if GPT is giving you the desired output. You can also further tweak the prompt till you get the output that you want. That brings us to the end of the first of 5 GPT calls we will be making. We repeat the same step 4 more times, one each for video description, keywords, thumbnail ideas, and the script. We will skim through these to avoid boredom, but if you want to see the prompts, the link is provided in the description. Once you've set up all the GPT calls, the next step is to respond to the Slack message with all the content that GPT has generated for you. But before that, let me rename each action based on what it does. This will make it easier to figure out which one does what when creating the response. Here you go. All right, let's start work on the last step of the workflow, the Slack response. Select Slack from the list and send channel message as the action event. This lets Zapier know that this time around, we need to send out a response. On the next screen, select the channel to which the response should be posted and start configuring the response message as shown. Here, I am only selecting and arranging the responses from GPT in a readable format one by one. All right, this brings us to the end of the automation. Let's test the last step and go back to Slack to see if we receive any response. Looks like the test ran successfully. Let's open Slack and check. There you go. We have a new message in the channel. Let's see if it's the same that we configured. 5 titles, 1 video description, 15 keywords, 3 thumbnail ideas, and finally the script. We've received it all. Next, let's publish it so it will run automatically 24/7 waiting for your input in Slack. Anytime you type in a new idea, the new automation will pick it up from Slack automatically and churn out the required content as per the prompts back to Slack. All this without you breaking a sweat. Cool, isn't it? Once published, your new Zap will show up in the dashboard with the status switch in on position. This indicates that it is live and awaiting your input. Let's give our new Zap a new recognizable name. Now that everything is set, why not test it once again? Also, after this test, I will reveal the bonus pro tip that will save you a lot more time and effort, like I promised at the beginning of the video, so hang in there and check out this step. So here we are for one last test of the automation. I'm feeding in a YouTube video idea now, which is very generic, but you can use your imagination and enter your idea based on your niche and your audience. Let's wait and see if we get a response with the title, description, etc. All right, there you go. We have the response from GPT. We have the title, description, keywords, thumbnail ideas, and the script. Brilliant. All this in under a minute. And how much time did it take to set all this up? About 10 to 15 minutes if you follow the steps precisely as I have shown. All right, now for the pro tip. You see the thumbnail ideas that GPT has churned out. Well, you cannot use it readily. That is, even though it suggests 3 thumbnail ideas, you'll still end up using Paint, Canva, or something similar to design these thumbnails. What if I tell you that there is a quicker way to do this using apps like Leonardo.ai? You can possibly automate this as well, using the Zap we just created. But I'll let you do that on your own as an exercise, and you can later post the screenshot in our Slack community. Let's proceed without automation so that you can understand it better. Let's open Chat GPT as shown. We are all familiar with this layout. Let's enter a prompt that lets GPT know that for each thumbnail design idea, We want a prompt generated, which we can then use in apps like Leonardo to generate awesome thumbnails. Let's use the thumbnail ideas that GPT generated for us in the last step. There you go, we have a prompt for each thumbnail idea, which we can now use in Leonardo to generate the image. Let's log on to Leonardo and enter one of the prompt we obtained from ChatGPT and hit generate. It takes some time, but the results are pretty amazing. You can further tweak the prompt to make small adjustments. But overall, I think you are set as far as thumbnails are concerned. However, if you have a paid subscription for ChatGPT, you can also create thumbnails using DALL-E. This piece can also be automated using Zapier easily. Here's one more tip while we are still at it. The script generated using our automation are more or less production ready. You can tweak the prompt as per your taste and requirement to get a more relevant script. However, you can further reduce your time to production by utilizing another AI for the voiceover. I generally recommend 11labs.io for this, and the results are fantastic. It really works very well for scenarios like explainer videos or YouTube shorts, etc. I hope all the tips and tricks I've shown so far really helps you with your content creation workflow. Please let us know in the comments below how you are currently producing your videos and how you think the automation is likely to help you and how much time you think you'll end up saving overall by using automation. And that's it. We've seen how using GPT and Zapier, you can turn your video ideas into fully fleshed out plans in seconds. No more hours spent on boring tasks. Just focus on creating content that inspires. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Let's make content creation easier, together. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future tutorials and tips to supercharge your content creation. Keep innovating, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, just take it easy.